Hello, everybody. All right, so today I want to talk a little bit about inside versus outside. So, what that means is, what's going on inside of us and inside of our bodies, and how that is projected in what's around us in the outside world. So I started realizing that, what was going on inside of me was kind of how, one, I was showing up in life, and two, what was going on around me, probably about 6 years ago, when I realized that inside of me was so chaotic and stressed and angry and, hurt and mean, that's kind of how I showed up. That's definitely how I showed up in relationships. That's how I showed up and just in life. I wouldn't allow myself to be vulnerable because I was scared of being hurt. I was angry at everything and at the drop of the hat. I couldn't allow myself to really be loved because I didn't think I was worthy of love. And there was so much chaos inside of my body, inside of my being, that the chaos was happening all around me. I was arguing with my husband all the time. We fought all the time. I wasn't, stable financially at all. It was just all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, I didn't know how to save. I felt kind of unstable as a mother. Not unstable like mentally unstable, just like I wasn't showing up well as a mother to my children. I felt just really, unstable in my office, like I wasn't showing up how I needed to for my patients, and I was a new practice then. And while I was excited and having a lot of fun, I was, confused by what I wanted in my office and who I wanted to be in my office. And, I feel like I spent so much time trying to prove, my worth and prove who I was, and, try to mirror after other people when, maybe I didn't want the kind of practice that they wanted, but I thought that that's what I needed because they were happy. So if I had that, why wouldn't I be happy? And so I started to realize that all the turmoil inside of me was starting to be portrayed in my environment. And my house was kind of a wreck all the time. I don't like cleaning, and I clean my house. That's fine. I have somebody who actually helps clean my house because that's what we can do. But it would just portray as chaos, maybe in my drawers, or in my closet, because of still all this chaos and turmoil inside of me. I just let everything kind of go. And so it's important to realize that what is going on in you is going on in your world, is going on in your environment, and how you are inside is how things will be going on around you. So those people who are always, maybe who are always the victim, who always think something, somebody's trying to slight them or hurt them, or, it's never their fault. Just think about what's going on inside of them. What have they not healed from inside of them? What happened in their past that had them be the victim, that now they show up like the victim all the time, and their world around them is constantly validating or the fact that they're the victim. So, what you think is going on and what you search for, you will find. So if I live in victimhood all the time, if I always feel like that I am being slighted, or if I am, people aren't treating me the way I deserve to be treated, then I'm going to find evidence that is true, and that is portrayed in my outside environment. And that's because that's what I'm looking for. But if I am happy and loving and feel loved and give love freely, and if I'm authentic and determined and driven, then that's what I'm going to find. That's what's going to be in my outside environment, because that's what's going on inside of me. And I find the more I allow myself to sit back and figure out what's going on inside of me, and figure out what's keeping me small, and maybe what from the past I haven't dealt with, and how it's showing up in my world, I can see. I can see that. I can see when I am bringing negative energy into me. I can see when I'm, being a victim, and I know what's going on inside of me, and so I can reframe that and change it really quickly. So that's what I would have all of you do, is really see what's going on inside of you, what's going on in your outside environment, like what's going on in your world, and is there anything in your body, in your being, in your life that maybe is creating some of that maybe is creating some of the chaos that's going on in your lives, or maybe creating some of the, the bad things that are happening in your lives. There's something inside of you that you need to figure out or heal from to help put a stop to that. And even though I've done a lot of this work, it still does pop up from time to time that there's some stuff going on inside of me, and now I'm attracting some negative energy into my life, where everything I feel like is going so well that I haven't given proper thanks and done what I need to do to really put that good energy that's coming to me out. And so then that good energy starts to get squashed, and so the negative stuff starts to pop up, because maybe I don't feel like I'm deserving of that. Maybe I don't feel like I deserve the good things. So then when things are getting too good, I kind of self-sabotage. So I invite you to think about that a little bit. What's going on inside of you? What's going on in your being that maybe is showing up in your outside environment? And how could you possibly change some of the stuff inside to have outside be a little bit better? All right. Well, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Talk next time.